Good morning YouTube. You join me today on a very windy day, and we're just starting to get speckles of rain, which is kind of expected. It shouldn't really matter too much today because I'm heading for a wildlife hide. Now the other week I spent the afternoon at Warnham Nature Reserve, and that's up near Horsham. And throughout the afternoon, had quite a few people ask me some questions about wildlife. You know, what the noises were. Happened to be the marsh frogs. Asked me, you know, is that a crane, is that a heron, is it an egret, etc. So as the weather has been absolutely horrible for the last kind of week or so, I thought today I would shoot up there. It's half an hour away from me at home, and I would spend a few hours in a couple of the hides and film and photograph a few of the local kind of wildlife animals, and just give you a little bit of info on them, really. So this idea is not a new idea, it's been done by 1,000 YouTubers, but every time I photograph something different, or even something that I've seen many times before, often when I'm editing video or photos, I like to Google and do some research on the animal, because obviously the more you learn, the more you know, the more chances you are of understanding its habitat, its daily routines. So I can't imagine it's going to be a long video for you guys, but maybe 3 or 4 different animals and some basic info. So let's give that a go today, eh? Oh, we have had some rain this morning already, but that's okay. I've got some beautiful shots of the crested grebes. I'm hoping that the next hide will actually get me just that little bit closer. And I know that it's not so easy during the day, because we like to have the kind of the first thing in the morning, the last thing at night, where they're almost active. But unfortunately, a lot of these places don't open till, you know, well, certainly not sunrise. Sunrise is like 5 o'clock. Currently during the summer, they open at 10, close at 4. So you're neither here for the sunrise or sunset. But that's okay. Oh, missed that kestrel. You know, we do what we can with what we've got. So let's head down to the next hide, and I think that's where most people sit there waiting for the kingfisher. Here we have the marsh frog, and they're a non-native species here in the UK. They were introduced in Kent during the 1930s. They spread themselves across the south coast, which is where you predominantly find them today, amongst the marshland areas. They are Europe's largest frog species and grow to about 6 inches long. On a summer's evening stroll amongst the marshlands of the south coast, it may sound like the marshes are laughing at you. This is the song of the marsh frog. They inflate 2 vocal sacs, which looks like they're blowing bubbles from their ears, putting out a wah-like sound. The first one will set off all of his neighbours in reply. It was so beautifully put on the Sussex Wildlife Trust website as sounding like a rowdy comedy night at a working man's club. Next we have the grey heron, probably our most recognisable member of the heron family, and the largest bird in the UK, second to the swan. Standing up to 1 metre tall with a wingspan of up to 195 centimetres, same as a golden eagle, and weighing up to 2 kilos. They nest in trees, often sharing the same space with other fish-eating birds like cormorants and egrets. Safety in numbers, I guess. Now, the 2024 figures show that here in the UK, the average population is around 10,000 and rise up to about 46,000 during the winter migration months. Now, global population is estimated to be around 3.7 million. I guess that's why they're known as the king of the river. Crested grebes, a beautiful bird. And these are great parents, allowing their young, which are known as humbugs, to hitch a ride on their backs to protect them against pikes and grey herons, of which we've seen quite a few today. The other day, I spent a fair amount of time observing this busy father, diving for frogs, newts, small fish, and in this particular bit of footage, I believe they're minnows. I'm no expert on fish, so let me know below. Now, this was my first time observing pheasant chicks with their mother and father watching over them. This was a beautiful moment, and I enjoyed just sitting and watching. Well, that has been a fantastic session at the Hyde. Lots of drama, lots of photographs, lots of video, and I'm also getting used to my new camera, my Canon R5. It's the first time I've had a camera with active tracking and a few other good bits. And hopefully it's been informative. Hopefully I've given you a little bit of information on the wildlife that we have. Maybe I've given you some information on the animals that you didn't know, or if you did know, hopefully you still found it interesting. It's something I need to do more of, to find out more information each time I'm photographing or filming an animal, no matter what it is. Well, it's time to go and get the shopping, unfortunately. So if you've liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, which you can't, got a camera in it. If you don't subscribe, I'd love you to. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can see next time a video is out. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.